What's up guys, this is Quante and welcome back to more Let's Play newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. And we are in the Soggy Sewers, and it's kind of good to actually come in here right after we do one desert level, because at least like with the first level, okay, you know you're in the desert world, and then it sort of shifts your fat forward onto this part, and it's just like, oh, I'm in the sewers, time for a change of scenery out of nowhere. And I sort of think the desert sort of style is boring because it's just like what you'd expect, just sand everywhere. And I get that it's to be expected, you know, you see desert, and so you pretty much know what's going on. But I like how in this one they sort of changed it up a little bit, and they're just like, oh, okay, you do one desert level, and then all of a sudden you're in the sewers, and it's pretty great, because I like seeing different things. And I also like how they added these water effects, even though the water effects kind of look particularly flat. But that's to be said about like all the stuff in New Super Mario Bros. Wii in general, because it was something I noticed a while ago just from playing the game, is that everything in this game is flat except for the models of the enemies and Mario himself. Other than that, this is a pretty flat game, and so I see how they were able to get away with that in terms of just adding stuff in hacking, because it just makes the things a lot easier, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have wanted to program in all new, you know, 3D models just to add more scenery to the game. If this was a game like Donkey Kong Country Returns, where everything is 3D, the camera's just panning sideways. And Kirby's Return to Dreamland, I think, does that same thing. But Mario never really has always had spectacular graphics when it comes to his 2D side-scrolling games. Even back then, Super Mario World compared to something like Donkey Kong Country just sort of looks really weird, because Mario just doesn't look as good. I mean, the gameplay is always fun and solid, but the way it looks always sort of pales in comparison to something like Donkey Kong. But I guess Donkey Kong has always had this special treatment when it comes to graphics, because his games have just always looked spectacular. The Donkey Kong Country series in general has always looked really good to me, so I guess I can't really compare the two. But the new Super Mario Bros. Games in particular, especially this one, everything just kind of looks flat, and all the games sort of look the same. The only one I could say actually looks different is New Super Mario Bros. U, and I guess that's because of everything being in HD. But I think in New Super Mario Bros. U everything looks a little bit more 3D, because there's more detail, and I like that a lot. But I just sort of hate it when people are just like, well, the games sort of look exactly the same, so they're practically the same games. And I sort of get the logic in that, because it's just like, okay, the game looks exactly the same, they're just making another one, might as well make DLC. But at least there has only been like one on every system. I just think New Super Mario Bros. 2 was rushed. Like, they could have spent a little bit more time on it, because the 3D in the game is sort of non-existent in that regard, because I think they could have done a lot more with that. But no, it's just not there, and it sort of sucks, because I really think it could have been a much better game. It was a good game, but I just think it could have been much better, especially since it was on the 3DS, and I find the 3DS to be a really good console. But they sort of pumped it out in the same year New Super Mario Bros. U was, but I don't really particularly like that idea. I think they could have made a much better game for the 3DS, but at least we still got one. I guess that's what counts, and it's not particularly bad. I just think that it could have been much better, because they could have done a lot with the 3D. I think it could have been a little bit more like Donkey Kong Country Returns, where they could have manipulated foreground and background stuff, and that would have been really nice to see. That was what I expected to see, but no. That game is actually a lot similar to New Super Mario Bros. Wii, only I like it a little bit more, because New Super Mario Bros. Wii just kind of bores me, which is why I was excited about this, because it's not really that boring. And this is actually a hack that blew me away the first time I played it, because I remember a lot of my friends, or at least one of them, was just like, why are you so blown away by everything that's happening in this hack? It's not really that spectacular, but I can always appreciate the little things that they do, like these water effects. Those weren't there before, and, you know, I always like it when they just add in little small details. It always sort of makes me feel happy because someone actually put their work into this, and I didn't have to pay for it. You know, this was something for me to do and pass my time with absolutely for free, and I sort of like hacks because of that, because someone's just making something for someone else's entertainment for free. They don't have to do that, which is sort of awesome. I just get this for free. The only thing I would have to do is actually buy New Super Mario Bros. Wii itself, but I don't even think you have to do that. I'm pretty sure you can still play this game on a Dolphin emulator or something, or I'm not entirely sure about that, but whatever. I mean, I don't know too many people who have the specs to actually run Dolphin on their computer, because I did have this for... he is still my friend, but my friend did have a really good computer and tried to run Dolphin on it, and it just would not work for whatever reason. But I'm assuming you can still play this on a Dolphin emulator. I don't really know. But as for the star coins of this level, what you're just going to be doing is following the coins mainly, because the coins will direct you in the point that you have to go to. And that's pretty much the way you're going to get the star coins in this level. It's not really particularly hard. It's just a rather slow auto-scrolling level. Other than that, it's just fine. I can't really say I mind auto-scrolling levels too much. I know a lot of people absolutely hate them because they're either slow or really, really, really fast. Because I've played some Mario World hacks where the freaking level is scrolling so fast, Mario might as well be Sonic, because he's just going so freaking fast it makes no sense. But I sort of like it. It's sort of slower, but it's not so slow that I'm getting pissed because I have to keep on stopping every now and then. And the platforming isn't really too bad. The only thing I could say that sort of bothers me with auto-scrolling is when it's athletic, where Mario's above the sky and he's jumping everywhere, and it's just sort of... you have to look out a lot more. That really wasn't a bad auto-scrolling level at all, and there aren't really too many auto-scrolling levels in this hack that I can really remember. But let's go to the Pipeline Tower, and this gives me major Super Mario Bros. 3 vibes because it has those walls that you can phase through and go to the other side, and I've always liked that mechanic. I've actually wanted to use this sort of mechanic in Super Mario Bros. X, but I could never really figure out how to do it right, because it's just sort of cool what some people have done with it. I mean, I've seen some pretty cool stuff in Mario Bros. X that involves the phasing through walls sort of thing. It's not really used, you know, that spectacularly here, because it's sort of reminiscent of Mario Bros. 3, but in certain things that I've played, it's actually been pretty cool, and I really like it. And hopefully I could figure out how to do it in Mario Bros. X, and lost everything, or just my propeller suit. And the star coins in this level aren't really particularly hard either. Just sort of have to look out for them. That's sort of how I could explain this entire game. The star coins aren't really particularly hard. You just gotta have a good eye out. Except for one in World 4. That one. And oh, I could still get this. Pissed. What are you... No, I lost everything. Or just my propeller suit again. I forgot. I lost my train of thought. But I know there is a particular star coin in World 4. It's like the Japanese-styled world that really got to me. It's just that one and the one in World A that really got to me. Other than that, I can't really say that the star coins were particularly hard in this game. Which, I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing, because it gives me more time to enjoy myself. Because I sort of hate it when I'm playing a game and there's sort of collectibles everywhere that are required to get. Because, I mean, even though the star coins are optional, I still want to get them because it unlocks an optional world, which is sort of good. Because, I mean, I do like the challenging worlds, even though I still don't even find the star worlds that bad in New Super Mario Bros. Games, but I would totally probably ignore the star coins if it weren't for the fact that they unlocked an extra world. Because I don't really know. I just really need to stop having that OCD when it comes to playing games, but I just like being a completionist. Because when I played games like this, I will not go to the next level if I haven't found the last star coin or whatever one that I missed. I always will have to try to find it, or else I'm not finishing that level. I will take hours upon hours finding a star coin if I can't. So this is probably the easiest boss in the entire game. It's just this really, really slow-moving thwomp, and you just have to wait for it to crush its way down. And when it hits the bottom, it's dead. That's all there is to the boss. It's not really particularly hard. It did sort of remind me of this mini-boss in Super Mario World hacks that I've seen, where it drops bombs and it's really difficult because the thwomp is traveling too fast, and I'm glad they didn't do that sort of thing here. But, yep, we're going out of the Soggy Sewers and we're in Rubble Ruins, and I have no idea why Nintendo didn't really use a sort of ruin theme in the desert world, because you just see sand everywhere. I don't really like seeing sand all over the place, and that's all it is. I mean, I think they could have done a lot more when it came to scenery in terms of this game. Not the hack, just the game. Because this is still New Super Mario Bros. Which is sort of why I don't really get why, like, when I'm talking to some of my friends, they'll be like, oh, why does it still say published by Nintendo or something? It's just like, Nintendo still made the game, they just didn't make the hack. But it's still technically New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's just newer. The puns. Whatever. This level in particular has a secret exit, and the secret exit is gonna be hard for you to get if you don't have an ice flower, and I just lost everything. Why, Spike? You just had to take everything away. But nope, I'm glad they give it to you with this red coin thing, and it is really easy to get, so. But what you want to do is freeze this Pokey, and then hurry, freaking hurry, and try to get inside this warp pipe before the blocks break. And then you can get your second star coin here, and also the secret exit of this level. And that really wasn't too bad, and I'm glad that they give you the freaking ice flower within the red coin things. So if you get hit by that spike like I did, you still at least have a chance, so I really like that. But there's that second star coin, and now this is actually sort of an annoying auto-scrolling thing because it's moving really slow. But there we go. And now we're going to shift our fat forward to victory because we get the secret. I like how the castles are gray. It sort of makes it look sort of weird because it's like, oh, okay. Is there a whole bunch of different stuff in there? Like, what is Mario doing when he goes inside of those castles? Is it just like a resting area that is just oh so conveniently set up? Or what exactly is Mario doing when he goes inside of those? I don't really know, but I sort of want to find out. Or if anyone has even sort of speculated on what he's doing in there. I'd just be assuming that he's sitting there sipping a cup of tea, just waiting until he can go on to the next area. I don't really know. It's freaking Mario. It's a video game. Really shouldn't be thinking about things like that, but it's sort of cool to speculate, I guess. And die, Pokey. I am no longer in need of your services. And it wasn't letting me jump right there. It's kind of sad. And I saw those coins and I was thinking, like, should I go back there? Maybe there's such a thing down in there. Oh, wait, there's a secret. So you gotta sort of look out for things, and I really like that. And that's sort of BS. I'm gonna get hit again. No. But yeah, there's an arrow pointing right there, and that just sort of tells you that there's a secret. And I think you have to go all the way back up through this quicksand, don't you? Oh no, there's a pipe. Okay, good. I don't think that quicksand stuff was there in the in New Super Mario Bros. Wii either. I'm thinking that's a newer sort of thing, but whatever. Doesn't really matter too much, does it? It's just quicksand. And we are almost done with the level, and I'm actually sort of surprised at the amount of stuff I actually got done, because I think I could have done World A all in one video if I really would have tried hard enough, but no. I think I actually played considerably well this episode, which makes me happy, because I'm at 14 minutes right now and I got so many levels done. World 2 was actually sort of lengthy, but I think I got a whole lot done this episode, at least in my eyes, because I did maybe 5 or 6 levels. So I think that's good. But we still have this whole half of the map to go. Sort of sucks that you can't sort of pan out and explore the area. Not explore it, but sort of look around. Sort of like when you press start in Super Mario World and you can look around, but I guess we can be doing a lot more in World 2 next episode, so I'll see you guys next time.